Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about I would do that to people who don't tip. DoorDash customer warns of delivery issue after revealing where the driver left his Taco Bell order. So recently, a customer had an issue with a Taco Bell order that he had delivered through DoorDash. And apparently the DoorDash driver didn't do something or did something to the order. The headline's a little vague, but this person was not happy about it and probably rated him poorly for it. So with that said, we are talking about everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A DoorDash customer is blasting their delivery driver after they apparently left the customer's food at an inconvenient drop spot. User Jbpoppinzlol, a Twitch streamer and content creator, appeared irate after he found his Taco Bell order. The man's 2 drinks and food, according to a July TikTok, were left directly in front of the door. This was inconvenient as JB Poppins suggested that he wasn't able to see the food from his door's peephole and had to walk around the entire house to get his order. Oof, that's rough. So when you're delivering an order of any kind, it is kind of important that you deliver the food next to the door or in a place to where it could be easily grabbed as opposed to in front of it. That is something that a lot of people have a problem with and end up having problems opening the door, because what's going to happen when they open the door? It's going to tip. We actually just went over another TikTok recently where that's exactly what happened. It literally just spilled everywhere. In fact, I made a video talking all about that as well. The link is going to be in the description. Feel free to check that out.
Yo, I just want to say shout out Doordash Driver for being a mouth-breathing 80 carry player for leaving my food and drinks directly in front of the door. So I had to go around the entire house just to get my food. Definitely you don't breathe out your mouth and eat.
As of Sunday afternoon, his clip has amassed more than 492,600 views. The things you do for content, huh? Oh, and I forgot to mention this earlier. I am going to leave his TikTok as well as his profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. And mouth-breathing ADC player? I gotta tell you, some of these gamers come up with the most creative insults, man. In the accompanying video caption, Jbpoppinzlol doubled down on his frustration. He said, in fact, that he left the Dasher a 0 tipski. Oh. Well, that explains a lot. Look, I never condone the malicious compliance of delivering an order in front of a door and making it harder for the customer. But why didn't you see this coming? Heck, here's another thing. You're a Twitch streamer. Twitch streamers basically live on donations. You couldn't tip the guy? What's wrong with you? And to be honest with you, if that's what you did, the driver had a no-tip order. It's called no tip, no trip. Not no tip, do the order anyway. Not no tip, complete the order begrudgingly. Not no tip, do something to their order. Not no tip, make a TikTok about it and instigate a fight with the customer. No tip, no trip. It's that simple. Issues with DoorDash. This certainly isn't the first time that a content creator has called out DoorDash for apparently messing up their order. In August, another person said that he will never order delivery again after his food was in a similarly awkward situation. That situation was the one that we were just describing, where that was exactly that. He left it in front of the door or hung it on the door handle or something, and that's exactly what he ended up doing. In that user's video, however, his food spilled all over after he opened the door to retrieve it. This appears different from JB Poppins' experience because in his case, his Taco Bell order wasn't spoiled. Yet, you know what? Mr. Bergies, the guy from the first video, had it a lot worse. He ended up losing the order entirely. You had to walk all the way around your house. There are other issues associated with the food drop-off app too. In some cases, though, the problem lies with the person placing the order versus the Dasher themselves. More recently, the DoorDash driver was left in a potentially dangerous situation after a customer purposely sent her to the wrong address. While the Dasher was okay and the customer was blocked from ever getting assigned to her again, some commenters worry that this was a potential scam for a robbery or even trafficking. I actually made a video on that as well. That will also be in the description. Feel free to check that out. But another thing that a lot of customers don't get is that delivery work is actually among the most dangerous jobs in America. According to the US Census Bureau, it's actually more dangerous than law enforcement or being in the army or things to that effect. No matter how much the comment section doesn't believe that, that is what they found. So when people want to make stupid comments about,
oh, why should I tip you? I don't think I should tip you. Get a real job.
then go get it yourself, because I'm not putting myself in danger for $2.50 to work with a reject like that. Viewers weigh in. Given that other DoorDash customers have apparently experienced more dire and potentially life-threatening issues with the app, many of viewers didn't appear to have a ton of sympathy for Jbpoppinzlol. Bro got some extra outside time, one user quipped. Me when I have to walk 20 feet to get my fast food, another said. You know what? I'm so glad that these are the comments that are being highlighted. In a lot of cases, if you make a video like this or you make a TikTok like this, all the customers who don't tip their drivers all kind of pile in together and try to make it sound like gig workers are the worst people. Now we have the exact opposite effect where because he's already in a position of success, everyone else is like, oh wow, he gets to actually get some exercise, which can really boil down to whether or not the person who's making the statement is successful or not. But honestly, I don't think it's something you should be insulting people on either way. But yeah, if you choose not to tip your drivers, you shouldn't be getting service at all, period. As a pizza delivery driver, I would do that to people who don't tip, a third viewer wrote. I just wouldn't accept the order to begin with. Let it get cold, let it sit there. Instead of walking 20 feet to get your fast food, he can make the drive to get it himself. Others, however, were more sympathetic to Jbpoppinzlol's supposed predicament. Give him 1 star. It deadass hurts so bad when you get one viewer said. It's annoying when you get one, but a lot of people don't care enough. What would end up happening is they would just prove my point right, that no-tip customers are the ones that rate the worst, and you shouldn't be working with them. Why do they always do this? Another agreed. Cannot stand when drivers do this in my house. My God, a third person added. Do you guys also not tip your drivers? Because I don't have that problem. As a driver or as a customer. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Look, whether or not you do this to people who tip or not, it is irresponsible to take orders who choose not to tip. It's no tip, no trip. Not no tip, do the order anyway. Not no tip, do something to their order. Not no tip, put the bag in a position to where it gets tipped over or they can't even open the door. No tip, no trip. It's that simple. And second, I find it interesting that a Twitch streamer is the one who chose not to tip. You're the one who's living just as much on the payment structure of other people paying for your tips and donations just as much as a Twitch streamer than as a gig worker, and you're choosing not to tip. What kind of nonsense is that? At this point, keep crying. I think the hate comments of saying bro got some extra outside time is mainly towards the fact that he's a gamer rather than him being successful or anything like that. But either way, he should have tipped his driver. Just do yourself a favor. Don't mess with the customer's food and only accept orders from customers who actually tip their drivers. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.